Hi, I want to talk about some of the Thanksgivings as I remember them from the 1930s through yesterday. There have been so many of them. I'm not sure that I can remember all of them, but I can go back to when I was a little girl living in Massachusetts, and every Thanksgiving we would go to the football game between Everett High and Chelsea High. They were rivalry teams throughout the years. I think they stopped playing football together in 1989. They're still playing football, but they don't play each other now. So that was an annual thing. Keep in mind, we didn't have television then, so there was no sitting. I don't even know if the parades were, I don't know that there were parades then. Uh, our viewing was so limited. At any rate, we went to the football games while Mom was preparing dinner. And after the game, we'd go home and have a huge spread. Turkey was just considered the side dish, more or less. It was there because it was Thanksgiving, but the main focus was on all of the Italian foods. We had soups and salads and Italian pastries, and I can remember eating fennel. We called it finocchio. Anise flavored. You might still see it in some of the grocery stores. I don't even know that people are aware of it, but it's really cool. I like the flavor of anise. I enjoyed that, and we had chestnuts, which I haven't had in years, and all of the fancy Italian pastries. But dinner went on from about 1 o'clock until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, with all of the work that went into preparing the dinner, why would you just sit down and get up from the table 15 minutes later or a half an hour later, which is what I think most people do now. So we sat, well, we had nothing else to do but sit there anyway. Where were we going to go? We didn't have transportation, um, and there were no places to go to, only the local theater and the park. Yeah, we had the park. So from that Thanksgiving, that was what we did for many, many years. The football game and then dinner at home. As I got older, I don't remember Thanksgiving dinners unless we visited with relatives and friends, got married, moved out to San Diego, had Thanksgiving dinner out there. I can remember the one year we were in San Diego, we had relatives who lived in Los Angeles, which was about 150 miles away, considered a distance at that time. We took the bus. I don't know why we didn't drive. We had a vehicle, but we took the bus from San Diego to Los Angeles, and we had Thanksgiving dinner with my cousins and my aunt. They had moved from Massachusetts to California, so we had relatives there. We didn't see them too often, but we did manage to visit every once in a while. We had a nice day, stayed overnight. I don't remember what we did. We probably went out for Chinese food the next day. They had the best Chinese food in that area. At least that's what we thought at the time. So that was a Thanksgiving in Long Beach. And then there was another Thanksgiving I remembered in San Diego, which is where my sister-in-law and her husband lived. And we had heard on the news radio that this fellow had just eaten himself to death. He stuffed himself and died. I can't imagine eating that much where it would kill you, but I was feeling pretty close to that yesterday. Ate so much, and I should not have, but everything was so good. My son, I'll bring you up to date now. No, let me go back to another Thanksgiving dinner we had in Blackstone, Massachusetts. We lived in a house where we had lots of room. This one room, which was called a den, was, as I recall, if I were to see it today, it's probably very small, but then it seemed to be huge. We got two banquet-sized tables from the church, chairs from the church, and I had two turkeys with all of the fixings and invited my two brothers, wives, children. My sister was living in Chicago. She was the only one who didn't come, but I had many relatives. We were probably 30 people for dinner that day, and that was a wonderful occasion. And that was the last really huge Thanksgiving dinner I prepared. I remember having done one back here in living here in Gainesville, and this was after my husband died. My mom flew down from Everett, Massachusetts, and spent Thanksgiving holiday with me, my son, and daughter. My other son was, I don't know where he was, out of town somewhere. Anyway, by this time we're just one, two, three of us, I guess, having Thanksgiving dinner, and the sun was out. It was hot, it was warm, not like yesterday. Yesterday was very, very cold. And we had a lovely Thanksgiving dinner. My son fixed the dinner. In fact, where did I put the, oh, here it is. This is a picture of it. My mom and my son and me. My daughter must have been the one who took the picture. And you see that okay? My son he's got the turkey, and then there's me, and there's my mom. And that was a nice day. And then the one Thanksgiving, and it was right after my husband died. He died in October, and so the following month, Thanksgiving, we didn't know what we were going to do. We were out here alone, and when I say alone, no family, just me and my children, and decided we would go to Disney for the day, and drove down to Disney and went inside, and I don't know, the mood was not conducive for being around Mickey Mouse and all of that. We all were still sad from Dad having unexpectedly dying a month before. So we got back into the car, we left Disney and drove back towards Gainesville, stopped at another area, and we were not happy staying there. It was not a very happy day. Yeah, that was a gloomy Thanksgiving. Came back to Gainesville to get dinner, and nothing was open but the Sweeten restaurant, Sweeten House, on Southwest 13th Street. Yeah, South 13th Street. Yeah, and that was the only place that was open. And the turkey was terrible. It was a rolled turkey, probably because they had run out of the real stuff. So all in all, the day was a disaster, and we came home, and that was the end of that Thanksgiving. But since then, we've had some nice Thanksgivings, and we've had a lot of good times. But with my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, we've celebrated. I don't know what we'll do next year. I thought maybe I'd fix an Italian dinner for next year. We'll see. Anyway, I'm looking at my notes now because I think there was something that I wanted to say, and I'm so tired from yesterday, but I did want to get back with you to let you know that we did have a lovely Thanksgiving. And anyway, something aside from Thanksgiving now reminds me of shopping here. I've given up my car. I'm taking the city bus, and we've had deliveries from Amazon and Walmart, and I know Publix delivers. But it all reminded me of when we were living back in Massachusetts, and this is, oh my goodness, probably 50, 60 years ago. I don't know if any of you have heard of SS Pierce. I don't know that they're even in business now, but SS Pierce delivered food to our house. We lived in Westwood, Massachusetts, and we had forms to fill out, grocery lists, and we would check off what we needed, and then the driver would come, pick up the list, and deliver what we had ordered the previous week. There were weekly deliveries, but I'm telling you this because everything old is new again. You know, Publix delivers now. Everyone is delivering, right? So it seems to be something new, but it really isn't. I mean, I think of SS Pierce. Does anyone ever remember them? It was really cool. And there was no talk about delivery charges or anything like that. You had your list and you made it out, handed it to the driver, and it was frozen foods as well. We got frozen foods, fresh foods. It was really cool. That was SS Pierce. Other than that, was there any other special Thanksgiving Day that we did something different? I can't recall right now, and I think I can't because I'm so tired and really uncomfortable from everything that I ate yesterday. I don't want to go shopping again, and I don't want to cook anymore. We did have a lovely day. My son fixed a beautiful dinner. The turkey was great, and I am grateful. I truly am. I'm grateful for everything that we've had and what we do have now. The dinner was great. My other son came by to visit me and had some of the chocolate pecan pie, which my son made, which was wonderful. And all in all, it was a great day. What I'm going to do next time I get back with you, because I've got to continue to work on this YouTubing, right? This is all new to me, but I am going to continue with it and attempt to do it the way it should be done. And I did not do it today. I did not have an outline. I didn't have my opening remarks, nor my closing remarks. I'm just too tired to think about all of that right now. Yeah, I am tired. However, I did want you to know that I had a wonderful Thanksgiving day and some of the things that I did. I did go out for a walk. Yes, I did. I went out for a walk. I had to walk a little bit off. Very little came off, I'm sure. Anyway, today is cold, and I don't like cold weather, not at all. And I can't wait for the weather to get warm again, even summer. Then I can be outside and watch the animals and listen to the birds singing and mow the grass and pull the weeds and all that other stuff. Yeah, I think the weather is getting me down, and I'm trying not to get way, way down, okay? It's dragging me, but I'm going to lift myself up. So I don't know how you guys are doing. I hope you're feeling, I just hope you're feeling. I don't know how I want you to feel. You know how you want to feel. Life is good. if you have any suggestions or want to hear about anything in particular, I can dwell on one area forever and ever. I mean, once I get talking, it's like you can't shut me up because I don't have anyone with whom to speak during the day, throughout the week for the most part. COVID has changed all that, not having a car, and anyway. So let me hear some of your comments and we can communicate that way also, all right? And I'll see what I can do about getting back with you tomorrow. I'm going to continue to do this. However it works out, depending, I'm going to say goodbye. See ya. Have a great night.